Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to do a tutorial on how to use these amazing shimmer powders from Tonic Studios. And these are amazing products and I'll be using these so I have done a card using these before and I was asked a few questions, so I want to cover a few of those questions and answer them for you. So basically what they are little containers of powder, and they've all got different names, as you can see. So this one's called Falling Leaves, this one's called Lunar Rocket, this one's Lilac Waterfall, and this is Golden Sparkler. And what they are shimmer powders with different colours encapsulated within each powder, and they go such a long way. So I tend to use a watercolour card with these only because I like spritzing a lot of water onto my card, but I will show you how to use these on just normal card as well, and we'll see if it makes any difference. I just don't like the huge warping on normal cards, so watercolour is designed to take a lot of water, which you're going to be using with these products. There is a Craft Perfect watercolour cardstock available at Tonic Studios as well. I'll put all the links below for you. So what I have here is some watercolour card, and the one I'll be using for this demonstration, I'll use two. I'll use a combination of two. I'll use this Golden Sparkler, and I'll also use the Lilac Waterfall. So I'm going to put the other two to a side, and the way I like to do it is I put down this powder first. So I'll go in with the Golden Sparkler, and there's a really tiny little nozzle up here, and you can see the shimmer already in the powder itself. I don't know if you can actually see it, but all I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop down or tap down a tiny bit of powder wherever I want, and you can cover as little or as big of an area as you like. So that's my gold powder that I've put down, and I want some of this Lilac Waterfall on here as well, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on. And don't get carried away and put loads of powder on, because you'll see what kind of effect you get with just this tiny amount. And I'm sorry it's going bright and dark, the sun can't make its mind up today, so just bear with me. Okay, so that's all the powder I'm going to put down, so barely any, but you'll see what happens. So then I'm going to get my water bottle, and from a distance, probably I'd say probably what, 10 inches away from it, I'm just going to squirt. I'm going to be away from the screen so you can see. I'm going to just squirt down this water, and you can see straight away what an amazing look you're going to get. So let me just bring it up to you so you can see how the colours kind of mix together and they almost explode. And then what you're going to need to do is take your heat gun and dry it off. So I'm going to do this and show you exactly how it looks when it's dry. So looking at it now, it's already starting to dry. I think I want to add a tiny bit more of the Lilac Waterfall. So I'm just going to go in and add that where I want it. So you can add as you go along. Just don't put loads in at one time, because you can't obviously take it away. So then I'm going to put a bit more water on that, just a tiny amount. And then go ahead and use my heat gun again. Okay, so now that's almost dry. I'm going to just put it to a side, but I want to show you all the glittery yumminess on it. It looks amazing. And what I want to do, I'm so sorry about the light situation today, and what I want to do is I want to show you another two that I've done. So this one is using the green falling leaves and also Lunar Rocket, and that's the effect I got with this one. And I'll be making cards with these. And then I've used just the golden sparkler by itself, and you can see what an explosion of gold that is. And there's so many different little speckles of colours you get within each of the powders. And then we've just done this one. So I'm going to put this to one side, let that dry, and I want to show you how it looks on normal card. So it shouldn't be a huge difference, but like I said, it's just the warping that worries me. So that's just normal card, nothing fancy, just some I think this is 180 GSM cardstock, and then I'll just put in some of this green. So the powders all work the same way, and I just want to see what happens. So like I said, my preference is to use watercolor cardstock, but let's see what happens if you use normal card. So again, you get the same effect, but I can see the paper already coming up at the middle a lot. So if you see there, when I'm drying it, it's running away from the paper. So with watercolor card, it absorbs the water in, and this is making that just run away from the heat. Unless I suppose you leave this to dry naturally. So it's already fairly soft, so you have to be careful, but it will work on normal card, but I wouldn't recommend using a heat gun on it. I think I would just leave it aside and let it dry naturally. Okay, so it will work on other cards. So I hope that answers your questions. And now let's get on to showing you how I'll be creating these cards. So now what I want to do is use this beautiful die set, and this is called Dahlias in Bloom sleeve, and there's a few different designs with this range of dies from Tonic Studios. And basically what you get is the sleeve itself, the outer layer, and the decorative layer as well. So there's 3 layers of dies within this set. So what I have done is I've prepped my card base. So I'm making 3 cards today, and these are using some hammered cardstock, and they're from Hobbycraft, or you can get them I'm sure from a lot of different places where they sell cardstock. And then I'm going to put these to a side. So these are A6 in size, so they're going to go into some pre-made or pre-bought envelopes. And then what I have are the watercolor cards that I've already dried. So this is the one we've just done, and you can see it's dried beautifully. And all I've done is I've put the base layer of the card, so I'm not using the sleeve, I'm just using the outer shadow layer, and I've just cut it out. And this is the layer it's left me. So I've got one here, then I've got the pinky green one, and then I've got the same thing in the beautiful gold. And you could always use this as well, I suppose. You can just trim it down and use it as a card base, which would be really pretty as well. And then using the hammered cardstock, I've also cut out the decorative layer, which looks like this. And I suppose you could always inlay this back by cutting off and making this as a card base, which I might do as well. So let's put that to a side. So I've cut out 3 of these to go on top of my 3 coloured pieces here. So let's get to making the cards. So the first one, I'll use the one we've just made, and this is literally going to sit on top of here, and you can see how pretty that looks. And it's just so gorgeous. All the colors going through, it's just amazing. And this is just going to sit here, and this is going to create a very, very simple and beautiful card. So to glue this onto this, I'm just going to use some scrap card and put some glue on the back of here, and I'm going to put all the layers on top of the shadows, like so. This is the easiest way I find to put glue on intricate detailed dies. And then I'm just gonna bring this one in and just line it up and glue it down. So that's my first one, so I'm going to put that to a side. Next one, and these colors are really, really stunning. I'm sure you can mix and match all of them, but I think 2 gives you a nice effect. By using 3, you could probably get that muddy effect where you get like a grayish kind of a color coming through. I think I've put too much glue on that, so I'm just going to take a bit of the excess off and add this here, like that. Put that down, you can see how this looks really pretty as well. And then my gold one, which I'm going to do next. I'm just making sure I'm getting glue on the edges especially. Okay. And then this is going to sit on here. And that's how that one looks. Okay, so let's put these cards together. So I'm going to bring my card base here, and I think I want it, I'm not sure if I want it raised, maybe slightly raised, just to give me a bit of a shadow. So let's get some foam pads stuck on here, and I'm not gonna make it too high, just probably the 2mm that's on the foam pads, and that should be enough. And for my sentiment, I've already printed out my own sentiments. I'm just going to use my Tonic tweezers to remove the backing, which is really, really handy. And these came in my last the craft kit, the monthly craft kit that Tonic has. So this Nuvo tweezers came in that last month's kit. And then I'm going to have this sitting here, and I want my leaves pointing upwards, so I want to have it like this. And then I've got my sentiments, which I've just printed on a lightweight card, and I'm just going to put them somewhere. So let's pick up a bit of the glue that I've got left on here, and I think I'll want it probably down here. This one says happy birthday. So that's the first card, really easy peasy. Second card, let's get some more foam pads on this one. And honestly, this is just such a nice way of creating artsy looking cards without, you know, it's not a lot of trouble really, and you're not really doing anything except for squirting water on some powder. But I think the dyes do make a difference. I mean, if you wanted, the other option is, if you didn't want to use a dye, you could always stamp on top, like I did on my last demo with these powders. And I'll find the link to that video and I'll put it below for you, so if you want to check that out. So this one's going to go here. And then the next sentiment, you are fabulous, and I'll have this probably up here. How got this one just here. And so that says you are fabulous. And then my last one, which is this one here. Let's get some foam pads on this one as well. And if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, you can either comment below, or my email address is always on in the description box, so you can always email me. So like I said, the questions I got some of them via email, just to find out what I use for these powders. But like I said, I think watercolor card is the best way to go. Okay, and then I've got my Hello Beautiful for my next sentiment, and that I will have up here. Have it just here. So those are my cards. So this is the one we created today, the background, and then there's this one, and there's this one. So I think they came out super adorable. Very easy and quick way to create some really nice artsy looking cards, and with a splash of colour. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know below, and if you've got any questions, let me know as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to check out all the links below as well. Take care, bye.